Hello, my loves. Thank you all so much for joining me. I know it's been a minute since I've made a video, but you know how life is. I get busy. Um, there's so many distractions going on. But I'm back, and I'm gonna bring you an awesome video today that you guys are gonna love. Now, today I'm going to be talking about Saint Joseph. And he is the patron saint of workers and those looking for employment. He is also known as Saint Joseph the Worker. Um, Now, as I said, he is invoked for when people are looking for employment or success in finding employment. I know that in this day and age, with the pandemic and everything going on, it's hard because not a lot of companies are hiring, and there's some that are letting go of people. Um, they're downsizing, so you have a lot of people that are collecting unemployment right now. Um, and then the ones that still have a job, they're barely holding on. So I thought I would take the time to talk to you about Saint Joseph, and hopefully you guys will be inspired to invoke him and invoke his help so that he may be able to help you find gainful employment, and so that for those of you that are struggling with supporting your families, paying bills for groceries and all the necessities that you need, that he has got your back and he will be with you to protect you and look out for you. So the color that is associated with Saint Joseph there's two actually. There is yellow and white. Now, white is, as I've said in my previous videos, white is universal. So um, if you light a white candle to him, um, that's completely fine. It's used for any type of situation. Just make sure that when you uh, light a candle to Saint Joseph, that you cleanse your candle first. And if you forgot how to do it, you can go back to one of my previous videos where I talk about how to properly cleanse your candles. And also, once you cleanse your candle, you anoint your candle with you can use Saint Joseph oil and success oil. Now, yellow, the reason I say yellow is his color is because yellow is for success. Um, so what you want to do once you've anointed your candle and all that good stuff, you want to put what I call your essence into it. So you breathe into the candle like 3 times, and then whisper your petition into it, um, so that Saint Joseph can hear you and he knows um, that you're looking for a job, or that you want um, either you want more hours at work or you want better pay, or whatever the case may be. And be sure, always make sure that when you ask for a saint's help, no matter what saint you're working with, um, that you promise them something in return. So if you promise him, if you give me this job, I will make a donation to a charity, either place a public thank you, um, either go to the church and light a candle to him. Whatever you want to do, however you want to do it is fine. My recommendation, if you're working with Saint Joseph to find a job, um, start a novena. And a novena is a 9-day prayer when you are working with this particular saint. Um, and every day that you pray to him, ask him either to help you find a job. You can either write down or make a list of the things that you want in a job, or a collage, or whatever. If there's a certain field that you want to work in, like let's say education, for example, you can make a collage with like um, books, school supplies, a classroom setting, and then you could put it by your altar. Or you could just make a list of things that you want in that job. And, again, if you do a petition paper like that, you fold it toward you and then turn it clockwise, and then you fold it again, turn it clockwise until um, you can't fold it anymore. Um, so another thing about working with Saint Joseph is that when you work with him, you can also combine his candle with a road opener candle or a Seven African Powers candle, which that's a candle I'm going to discuss later on. The But just to give you a brief idea of what a Seven African Powers candle is, it's a multicolored candle, so it's got 7 different colors like red, blue, yellow, white, purple. So basically, like the colors of the rainbow, and each one has a specific intention. So you can either do a road opener candle with a Saint Joseph, or you can do the Saint Joseph with 7 African Powers, and they're not in conflict with one another. So if anything, it helps to enhance that prayer, that petition that you're asking for. Um, and make sure that when you petition Saint Joseph for any type of employment or um, anything like that, come to him with an open heart and an open mind and ask him, Saint Joseph, just as you help support your family, help me to support mine. Help me find a job. Help me find gainful employment so that I may be able to provide for them, that I may be able to provide food, clothing, shelter for them, and maintain those things so that we may live happily. Um, or however you want to word it is fine. But I always tell you guys that when you're working with a saint, you need to come through, or you need to approach them with a clear mind, an open heart, um, and with sincerity. What I do is, like I've mentioned before, I really don't like to read from prayer cards because to me it sounds rehearsed and I don't sound sincere. I speak from the heart. So, because it's more personal that way. So I feel a connection with them. Um, but as I said, stick to your novena. If you plan to do a novena, make sure that you do it for 9 days. And on the ninth day, or even before then, you might hear from one of the places that you applied to, and go from there. I mean, once you have your petition, once it's granted, uh, you personally thank Saint Joseph for what he's given you, and spread his name and make sure that you let others know what he's done for you, and that you hope he works he comes through for others as well. Now, my experience in working with Saint Joseph, I have found that um, it's very he comes through fast depending on your situation and how sincere um, you are. Like let's say, for example, when I was first looking for a job, um, I didn't know where to go. I was at the end of my rope already, and it was to the point where I felt useless because I wanted to help my family out. I wanted, to help my grandparents because they were getting old and they were becoming sick and getting on disability, and I wanted to do my part. And I know my grandfather was working in the oil fields. He's worked in the oil fields my whole life, ever since I was a kid. So when he finally made the decision to retire, um, and he's been retired for like a few years now, but when he made that decision to retire, then I thought it's up to me to take over. I have to work for my grandparents. Just as they helped me, I need to help them. Um, so that at that point, I turned to Saint Joseph, and I I did a novena to him. I asked him what I wanted in a job, and at the time, I loved going to the library. I love to read, and I still do. So I said to him, I want to work in a place where there's a lot of books, or I have some kind of access to books where I can talk about books. Um, and right after I did that novena, and this is back in 2006 when I first started working with him, um, I had gotten a call from the public library in the city, and I had gotten an interview. I went in for the interview. Then about 3 days after the interview, I got called in a second time for a second interview, and then by the end of the week, that same week, the head librarian gave me a call, and she said, "You know what? I want to hire you on. I want to bring you on." And at that moment, I thought, okay, this is Saint Joseph coming through for me. He's helped me, and I need to be grateful and thankful to him for opening that door for me. Now, yes, it was a seasonal position, but I was able to get the experience, which I'm grateful for. Now, since then, the librarian that was my supervisor, she passed away, and the head librarian has since retired. So there's um, a new set of people there, a new group of people um, in the library. Now, once that opportunity was over with, then God opened another door for me and allowed me to teach. So I was teaching for like 9 years. I worked as a substitute teacher, and then um, I actually had finished college, gotten my degree, and was given the opportunity to teach full time um, before I moved over here to San Antonio, where I am now. But as I always say before, in all my videos, have complete faith in what you're doing and what you're asking Him for. And with any saint, whether it be Saint Joseph, um, either Saint Anthony, Saint Expedite, any of the saints, male or female, um, be sure that you come to them with an open heart and an open mind, and don't think about anything else. Just think about what you want and picture that coming to you. Picture God and Saint Joseph working together to open that door for you. If you want to, you can light a road opener candle to go with Saint Joseph so that he kind of can help you to remove all those blockages that are preventing you from getting your dream job. Um, so there you have it. Just a simple um, lowdown on Saint Joseph, and a simple little ritual to find employment that you can do. Now, as always, guys, I want to thank you for subscribing to my videos. I love making these for you. I'm always trying to think of new ideas, new saints that I can discuss with you. I really appreciate all those comments, guys. Keep them coming. I mean, I love hearing about how they're helping you and how they are making a positive impact in your lives. So, as always, guys, once again, I want to thank you for tuning in, and I will see you on the next video.